Hello friends, welcome back to Education for Tech channel. Today we're going to discuss about TCL transformation in IICS and the day is 16 session. So I think you are all aware of this TCL transformation. It's very simple and easy and we will be using this in real-time scenarios. So TCL is nothing but transition control language. So it is used to transform. This transformation is used to control commit and rollback operations in a mapping. Okay, which is especially helpful for handling transaction based on condition logic. Okay, and we have these properties. See the transaction control expressions. You set condition in the transformation. Okay, that determine whether a transaction should be committed, rollback, or skip. Okay, we do have these kind of operations to perform commit, rollback, and or to skip the transaction. So if you see here commit, we have commit, rollback, abort, and continue transaction. By default, we will be having continue transaction here. By default, we will be having this property. So if you want to commit the transaction, so the data will be processed. So if you want to roll back, if you want to do any undos in your transaction, then we can use rollback. And if you want to, if you are getting some unexpected data from the source, then in that case, the job should be terminated. In that case, you can abort by using this property, we can abort the transaction. And the default one is continue transaction. So let's see how the use cases will be there. When we gonna use this kind of TCL transformation, so to data integrity is critical and certain rows needs to be processed only under specific conditions. If you want to process only uh, some kind of data based on your condition, so okay, in that case you can use this TCL transformation. And you want to handle batch processing with selective commit or rollback operations based on row conditions. So if you want to process some batch wise, then you can use this TCL transformation. And here is a simple example. Suppose if you are processing a batch of sales orders and you want to commit orders with a total amount of over $5,000. Okay. So in that case, what we can do, we can define this condition if total amount greater than 5,000, then commit. Else roll back. So this kind of by using these kind of logics, we can take control of the data. So now let's see the how we will be using this in IICS. So let's create a mapping for this. M underscore TCL transaction. Okay. So here I'll be selecting the source file. We have a regions file. Okay. In this we have a different kind of regions are there. So what we need to do, we need to segregate or we need to separate the data, separate particular regions from this data. Okay, let's say I want all Indian records should be in one file and USA records in one file, Dubai, Africa, New Zealand. So let's create different files, okay, based on the by using TCL transformation. Okay, so go to source. So I'm using flat file. If you have a target, sorry, if you have a table, you can select here table. So here I'm selecting the file, source file, which is a delimited. What is that? Regions. Okay. So we have regions.csv file. I'm selecting this one and click out formatting options. So it is a comma delimited and the text file there are no double quotes. Okay. Just click on preview data to make sure that whether you are able to connect to the source file or not. We are getting the data, which means the connection is working fine. And so these are the fields we have here. So these are the fields coming from the source. Okay. So now what we need to do, we cannot just directly take the TCL transformation because we are what we are doing is we are trying to segregate the data based on the country column, region column, right? So before you are going to take the TCL transaction, you need to sort the data. Okay. Every time we should pass sorted data to the TCL transformation. So let me take sorter here. So these are the incoming feeds and I'll be sorting ascending on country. Okay. So now you'll take TCL transformation. So it's very simple in IICS, but when it compared to the Informatica Power Center, so in Power Center we have to create some variable codes and we need to write this logic. This kind of logic we need to write in the expression and then we need to pass that column to the target table. So there is some process is there in Informatica Power Center, but here in IICS it's all made very simple. If you see here, so in Informatica IICS we have by default if field value changes then do this or else continue transition or else abort. So these kind of options we have. We don't have to write any logic here. Okay. So the value which I have given is country, right? If the country value changes, so here we need to mention the field. Which field we are giving here? The country field. Then if country value changes, then what we have to do? Submit before. Okay. If the value is not changing, then what we have to do? Continue transaction. So it's very simple. That's it. You just need to select the properties. Okay. And if you see in advance also, we don't have anything. It's all the operations are here itself in the transaction control property. It's very simple. Okay. Then pass it to the target. So here what I'll do, I'll create files, right? Here in TCL, you can create a dynamic files as well. TCL is basically used for to create a dynamic file names. Okay. So how we can create a dynamic file name here? So in which format you want to get the target file names? You have a region, right? All regions in one single file, and you want to get the files in a region wise. So how we can get this? Uh, what you can do is you can just write the this kind of expressions here underscore and concatenate underscore. So here you will get region underscore and so what I'll do, I'll underscore here you need to get the country column, right? So here I will get country column and then I'll put underscore. So I'll be keeping this in a quotes, single quotes dot CSV file. Okay, in this way I want to get the file name. So here country, this will come from the file. In the file you have a country table, right? Let's say India. So in the final output region underscore India underscore CSV. In that way we will get it. So there is some So here what is there? We need to give this dot. For lines we have to give. Let's validate. Underscore missing operator. Yeah, now the expression is valid. So if you want to get this underscore, let me give underscore here. Yeah. So region underscore will get the India, Africa, New Zealand underscore dot CSV. Okay. Here underscore is not required. After region, so this is enough. So if you want to get the timestamp, then what you have to do in the concatenate, so you have to mention the timestamp and you need to convert the timestamp, right? So to care of give the system date and in which format you want to get. So that's it. And so that's it. Click on OK. So now we have everything. So we don't have to do any field mapping, right? Save it. So now the mapping is valid. So what we'll do, we'll just run the mapping. So while running, try to create mapping task for your mappings. So how many we have? 5 different regions. So we should get 5 files. So it got succeeded. So total 470 rows we have. So let us check in the target file directory. So this is the target file. See, we have all the files here. So we have 5 files. So each has a different countries. Okay. So here you can see all the country names are there. And if you want, see here we have ID, right? And we need to know how many records are there. So what we can do, we can create the sequence generator and we can assign the sequence values for each region. So try to create that. If you are not able to get the to create the sequence values, so let me know. I'll try to explain in the next session. So this is all about transaction control transformation. So I hope you guys understood this. So please do like my videos and if you have any doubts, let me know in the comment section. Please keep supporting me. So we'll meet in the next session, guys. Thank you so much.